Hi guys, Ryan here from Goodsmoke Tenerife, and today we're going to be reviewing the Pulse 24 with the Pulse BF. We're going to be having a quick look through it. We're going to be taking it apart, we're going to be showing you little bits and bobs, same things as usual, how to coil it, work it, and some aspects of it. I'll give you my review on it, what I feel like, what it does, some little pros and cons at the end of it. Okay? So here it is, guys. This is the Pulse BF by Vape. It's the Pulse 24 that we're going to be having a look at today. This was a separate one. You can buy them in kits, so you can have matching RDAs. You can have panels, the bottle, the adapter. Everything will go matching all together with it. Obviously, I bought mine separately, so mine are a bit uneven, but I've tried to go as much. I did have a white drip tip on here to match this when I bought it. But I prefer this one onto the top of it, much sweeter. Doesn't match the colours, but it's about preference really, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to be taking it apart, we're going to be having a look at it first, okay? So we'll just take this right off here, and we'll have a look at the box first. Now, this is the box by Vape. Now, I read up on some of it. They made this box because Tony B didn't want an expensive box. He didn't want something that people are going to have to spend loads of money on for what he feels is it should be cheap enough to buy a decent squonker. It should be a decent enough bottom feeder for a cheap price. That's what he wanted to give people, someone who loved vaping. So he made this one. Absolutely beautiful. I used this for months before. I haven't used it lately because I've been using my V-God, my Elite. But this one was my first BF, and absolutely amazing it was. My first and my last. I've never bought one since. I've used hundreds though of my friends and people who come in and who we help out, but this is still my favourite. So you have magnetic doors. If I look by there, got all the magnets. Now when you do buy it, it does give you some spare magnets in case any of these break off. And at the back, pretty simple to get off if you've got nails. I've got the frosted white. It did come in all black though, but I bought the white separately. I did. Comes with the gel bottle. So look, gel bottle here, pretty simple. Beautiful little kit, basic, simple, and so easy to use. You've got your on and off switch here. Gives you a replacement screw for it, a spring when you buy it, a replacement for it in case anything breaks. So anything that does break on it, you do get the replacements for it. But like I said, I've had this for ages now and not one thing is broke on it. I mean, I've hardly even got a scratch on it. Beautiful. It does come with an adapter, okay? An adapter for your battery, and it matches the bottle. You can get it if you get, like I said, if you get the kit, you can get the matching colours for the adapter, the bottle, your RDA, and the panels. But obviously, I bought mine separate, so mine's different, matching everywhere. But I do use the adapter is for basically the one. I think it was it's the 18650 batteries. That's what the adapter's for. Now this one, without the adapter, you can use these. Okay, now I use the iJoy 2700s. That's straight into there, which is pretty simple to put in. Do you know what I mean? Bob's your uncle, done. You know your on and off switch. Gives you a bit, it's all nice and tight in there as well. If you do have the adapter in, you've got a bit of a gap where and it does kind of rattle a little bit, but that's about it. Alright. Gives it a bit of weight once you've got the battery in there. So, let's now take a look at this little beauty. Now I got the gold version. Some people I've seen are obviously the matte black, get the silver. For example, my partner, she's got the silver version. She uses the 510 drip tip, the 810 drip tip, sorry. So let's try and get this apart now. Obviously when you've cleaned it or it's first out of the box, it's hard to get off because of the O-rings. They are quite tight. And this is a pain to get off sometimes. But that is basically your build deck. And you notice there's some little gaps there if you can see them. That's for when you put your middle piece straight in, it clips into place so it's not going to move about, it's going to be lined up perfectly with everything. You got your 4 air holes by there. Your dual coil build. Obviously if you get the, I think it's the Pulse 22, it's a single coil. So So if you're going to do double, get the 24. If you're going to do single, get the 22. But it's perfect, absolute little beauty. Like I said, you put that straight on. So it's quite dry at the moment, but it slips straight in. Same with this. And you can adjust it then if you do want to have a single airflow, or then you do want a dual airflow. Right then, so let's now put this onto my my coil master so we can actually start wicking it up, and we'll put some coils on it and we'll test it out for you. Okay then, so I'm going to be putting in these alien coils. Now this is one of the most easiest decks I've built on, because it's just literally straight in. And you line it up with your pin like that, and you know they're bang on straight, they are level. You can easily line them up, and then to screw them in, they're so simple. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally that. Straight and simple. Do you know what I mean? Done. So you can have a bit higher if you want to, but I know for a fact that when I level them up like this way, that they are actually directly on the air holes, the airflow for it. So that's the easiest way that I've learned to do it. Perfect. One's a bit higher than the other one actually at the moment. I do apologise. Loosen that a little bit up. Drop it just a little bit more. Tighten this up on this side. Just make sure they're all nice and tight. Level them out. Straighten them up. And Bob's your uncle. Done. Hold that over a little bit more. That's it, done that. So this is measuring out to a 0.12 ohms. I've already fired this up, so it should stay on that. It might go a little bit higher, but it shouldn't really. So when you do put these in, if they're new or old, always double check that when you're pulsing it, that there's no hot spots on there. Those hot spots are the last thing that you want when you are vaping. I said in one of my old videos before, I did it before, and one of mine sat on fire. It weren't very nice. So we got one coming a bit quicker than the other, but it is because of this box isn't the best anymore. Quite old, so it doesn't put all the power straight through it anymore. But what I can do is, if I can get this off here, I can just put it straight into the pulse and show you that it will fire up at the same time. Now, when you do buy your atomizer, your RDA, it's already installed with the squonking pin. So it does give you the option to use it just as a dripper, the normal 510 pin. But obviously, that's entirely up to you how you want to work it. But yeah, pretty nice. I enjoy using this anyway. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put some cotton into it, and then we're going to put some juice onto it. We'll put some juice in the bottom. I'll show you how to do that as well. It can be a bit of a pain sometimes, unless you can actually grab it if it's empty, and you grab it, but when you change it or want to top it up, you have going to take the back panel off. I'm going to take it off now. It's a bit of a pain sometimes. There we go. Take the back panel off, and you've got to kind of push it out and hold it just to keep that there. So you can hold it to actually screw it back on, because if you do that, it just moves around. You're not going to actually screw it on, you're just going to keep turning it, and it's going to take ages still. So let's put them back on there. Put some cotton in it. Now I'm going to be using cotton bacon. The normal, not the prime, the normal. So I'll put some of this into it. Already got some here. Make sure that they're not hot, which they are, so I'm not going to put that in there yet, because it'll just burn straight through. Perfect. Just pop this in, so just twist the end to get like a nice point. Sometimes it'll be a pain to go in, and I might have to keep turning it a little bit, but that's fine. Perfect. You don't want loads. Like I said in one of my videos, you basically just want the overhang most of the time with these. It's just the overhang there to the bottom of the atomizer, and that will give you enough to use. Once you've got your first one, it leaves you then with a guideline for the second one. So you basically just got to put it in, and you'll already have the size ready. You'll be able to see how big you've got to do it. So straight through the middle of the coils. Move some of that cotton out of the way. Straight through the middle, pull, and then you've got some set up there like that, so you've got an idea of where to cut. Then let's just double check all this. See a bit of there, just popped out, so we'll just trim that down. Open some up. Just make sure there's no clumps in there. You don't want a big clump of cotton where no juice is going to come through for you. And just cut the excess off, like so. And done, there's your cotton, ready to go in. So, pop the cotton in. I just use this, and stretch it in, a bit over, and then in again. So you do have a nice deep pool in there, and when you squonk with it as well, someone likes their tunes on here. So when you do squonk, it goes straight into the pool. So hit all this first. Now to fill it up, I've seen some people have got, it's like a bottle. When you take this off, you screw it onto the top and just squeeze and twist. And now that'll fill it up for you, so you haven't got to hassle about to put it all in here. You haven't got to take it all out and fill it all up and things like that. It's straight and simple. Alright then, so there's your cotton in. Sorted. So the juice I'm going to be using is the TPD Ready Bad Oil by Goodsmoke. This is toffee custard, beautiful one. I do use toffee revenge as well, which is a lot stronger. This is just a lot smoother. It's beautiful little thing this is. It's 70/30 as well, which is nice. So let's drip it onto here. You can smother it in this, and it'll all absorb. Just shrink straight down there. You know what I mean? You want to get that cotton nice and soaked. A lot of juice on there. Perfect. So now I'll show you how to fill up the bottom. So my juice has already gone down there. It'll start leaking in a minute. There you go, straight into there. I'm only going to be putting a bit in because I'll probably use all this up and change the liquid at some point. I like to switch that toffee custard, sorry, between different things that I use. So then just straight pop it in. Some bit more on that. Perfect. Then you're going to put your top on, which, like I said, it's got clips inside, so it'll just put it straight into point once you get it. Just give it, push it in, and give it a bit of a twist, and it clicks, and it goes straight in. Lines up with the coils beautifully. top piece. And voila. Ready to go. Okay guys, and that was basically the Vandy Vape Pulse BF with Pulse 24 RDA. So we've had a look through it, I've told you a little bit about it. Like I said, he made this plain and simple. It's basic to use, just, you know, on and off switch, straight button, power action. It's beautiful. Easy, so much easier for people, especially people who don't know a lot about it. I mean, you can go to some shops and they'll build this for you. So I mean, you keep going back and they'll change it as well. But it's nice to know to do it yourself. You can pre-buy coils or you can make them yourself. It's entirely up to you. I do a bit of both. I have worked this with stainless steel twisted before, dual coil, and that came up to like a 0.14 ohms, I think. Beautiful. It just means you got to clean it a bit more because it was getting all stuck in there. I was using a lot of sugar, like. But as far as this goes, by far beautiful. If you don't want to spend too much and you want a decent and affordable and the power, it's hard to explain, it's hard to say, it's just great for what you pay for it. Do you know what I mean? I paid something like 30, 32, 33 for this and 24 for this. Do you know what I mean? All in all about 56, 57 round about. And for that, I mean, you can buy some, just the mods. Do you know what I mean? Single battery and they're like 100 and odd euros. But for the money, it's amazing. But I mean, watch. The vape you get off this is beautiful. The taste is gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? If you ever do, let's say for instance, that you don't want to smoke what's in here as well, you can simply just turn to the top. It's all going to get absorbed. It's not going to go in. It's not going to leak out. It's not a bottom airflow. It's a top airflow. So it's just going to sit here. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, it will leak out the sides. It will pop out a bit here when you blow out for your air, if you've overdone it. But, do you know what I mean? There was a lot of liquid in there. I've probably done it now myself. There you go, see? Just wipe it down. But yeah, absolute beautiful piece of kit. You know, if I ever went back to Swankin or BF, I'd go straight back to this. I won't even go and buy another one or go and look for another one. This would be my only one that I stick with. And same thing with the RDA. Because there's no changing. Beautiful. That's me stuck today. I'm going to be on this all day now. But anyway guys, that was the review by me, Ryan, here at Goodsmoke Tenerife. This was the BF Vandy Vape Pulse with the 24 Pulse RDA. Toffee custard. If you are in Tenerife guys and you come round and you come into the shop, try one of these. We do them in little bottles as well, but it depends what you want. Get one. Beautiful liquid, absolutely beautiful. But anyway, for me guys, ciao.